This is the letter P. The P says P. We're going to practice chopping our beginning sound. Let's do our zoophonics motion for the beginning sound that we hear. Ready? Popcorn. P. Popcorn. P. 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 Snow. Snow. Animals. Animals. Mud. Mud. Pineapple. Pineapple. P. 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 Mushroom. Mushroom. Now we're going to practice blending some words together. We're going to say each sound and then smooth it into a word. Ready? Let's say each sound. Smooth it out. Am. Let's try this one. Ready? Smooth it out. Sam. Let's try this one. Ready? Smooth it out. Pam. Let's say each sound. Ready? Blend it together. Map. Last one. Ready? Sap. Sap. Let's read our sight word. Ready? Like. Clap it. L-I-K-E, like. Punch it. L-I-K-E, like. Write it with your finger. Ready? L-I-K-E, like. Boys and girls, we're going to read a story together. Now I'd like you to look at the cover. The title is called A Sap Map. I want you to think about a map. What do we use a map for? We use it to find places. It helps us get someplace. So look at this character. This lady is our character. This story is about her. And she has a sap map. So she is going someplace and she's using a map to get there. What do you think she wants to find? I think she wants to find sap. Here is a picture of some tree sap. Now, let's look at the cover. What else can we figure out from this cover? When is this story happening? It's happening in the winter. We know it's happening in the winter because we see snow. We also see that she's wearing a hat and long sleeves and boots. We also can tell that there are no leaves on the trees. Now, boys and girls, where is this happening? Where is she at? She's on a path in the woods. We can tell that she's in the woods or forest because of all of the trees. The when and where of a story is called the setting. Let's look at the illustration. What is she holding in her hand? A map. Where do you think she wants to go? Right here where the X is. Let's look at the text. That's the words at the bottom. Now, if I didn't know a word, I would want to stretch it out to hear each sound and then blend it together. Let's try it with the first word. Ready? Pam. So her name is Pam. Let's read the rest of it together. Ready? Pam can see a sap map. Let's look at this illustration. I see an arrow pointing this way, and she's looking over here at this path. Let's go ahead and read the text together. Ready? Pam can see the path. Let's look at this illustration. I see a new character. A character is who the story's about. I see a man, and he looks like maybe a park ranger. Maybe he'll give Pam directions and help her find the spot on the map that she's looking for. Let's read it together. Ready? Pam can see a man. Let's look at this illustration. Now I see that there's a little spout with a bucket on it, and this clear liquid is coming out. That's the sap. That sap can be made into maple syrup. Now when I look at the text, let's read it. Ready? Pam can see a... Now I thought that was a bucket, but I noticed the word, it starts with a P. So I have to think, what's another word for a bucket that starts with a P? Pail. Let's reread this now that we know the word pail. Ready? Pam can see a pail. Let's look at this illustration. I see Pam, and she's on the path, and she took that pail or bucket of sap with her. I wonder if she'll take it home to make maple syrup. Let's read together. Ready? Pam can see sap. So boys and girls, who is in this story? Who are the characters? We saw Pam and the man. Now remember, we talked a little bit about the setting. The setting is where the story happens and when it happens. So where did it happen? It was in the woods or forest. And when was this happening? Well, we know it was during the day. It was still daylight, but we also know that it was winter because of the snow, her clothing, and the trees. What was happening in our story? Pam had a map that she followed to collect tree sap. And we can make a prediction that we think if our story kept going, that maybe she would make some maple syrup with her sap. Great job!